easy as shampooing for a natural look that is real. Real to the eye, real to the touch, real where it counts. New True Color just for men.
180 sounds like a healthy cholesterol number unless it's crept up since last time. So eat right, exercise, and try 1-A-Day Cholesterol Plus, the only complete multivitamin with polycosanol and key nutrients to help maintain healthy cholesterol plus blood pressure. 1-A-Day. Count on it.
I know what you're thinking. I'm so thinking you're thinking Beneful. And there's wholesome grains, real beef, even carrots and peas. Love it so much you only think you're getting spoiled. So happy.
Healthful, flavorful, Beneful. Beneful brand by Purina.
The western states are broiling again today in a relentless heat wave. Triple-digit temperatures are forecast again, and they could break record highs set only yesterday. Usually comfortable San Diego is more than 20 degrees warmer than normal. In the meantime, St. Louis is coming back block by block from the worst blackout the city has ever had. Kelly Cobier is in the Gateway City now with the latest. Kelly, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. About 25% of the metropolitan area here in St. Louis is still without power tonight. And instead of the standard, "Hi, how you doing?" the new greeting here is, "Hi, how's your power?" Utility workers in this city by the river can't move fast enough, trying to fix the lines and calm customers.
Your power on yet?
I'm working 18 hours a day, and then, coming back and forth, and, my power's out, so I understand. I understand.
Y'all got to do something about this. Yeah. This is bad.
It is the worst power failure in this city's history. A 1-2 weather punch last weekend knocked out power to 500,000 customers during a heat wave. And for the hundreds of thousands waiting for repairs, food has gone bad and frustration is rising.
You can't find no ice. You can't find water hardly. Everything is hard to find.
Relief agencies are trying to fill the need, handing out water and some 90,000 meals. There is some progress. Nursing homes and hospitals are back online.
We got light.
And the lights are on again in some neighborhoods.
You're welcome. That's what we're here for, man.
But even those who are celebrating are also wondering why it took so long for help to reach them.
We read in the paper they're going door to door. I'm like, whoa. Nobody knocked on our door for 4 days.
Emergency workers say their focus those first few days was really on the elderly and those with medical needs. But as for the power company, they were simply overwhelmed. They now have some 3,600 workers from 9 states to help them get the job done. Russ?
So, Kelly, things are slowly getting back to normal, but it is the Midwest. It is July. Are weather forecasters predicting any other storms in the next few days?
No storms. The temperatures are supposed to creep up a little bit, but nothing like they saw last week.
Okay, good news. Kelly Cobier in St. Louis, thank you very much. Researchers said today that the cancer drug Gleevec may also cause serious heart damage. Gleevec targets a chronic type of leukemia and a rare gastrointestinal cancer. But the researchers said patients should not stop taking the drug. Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, an American general says Iraq now has a bigger challenge than fighting insurgents.
Ellen McCarthy can't afford her medication, so Merck sends it directly to her home, free. Call 1-800-50-MERC or visit merckhelps.com for a list of Merck medicines and eligibility requirements. Merck, where patients come first.
Watch Big Brother and see who gets voted out of the house this week. Big Brother is brought to you locally by Arby's, now featuring the Pick 5 for $5.95 deal. Pick any combination of 5 items from some of your favorites for only $5.95. It'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
The human body was designed to move. That's why Serenity developed a revolutionary fabric for their protective underwear that stretches in every direction to gently hug your body for a closer fit than the leading protective underwear. Serenity Discreet Activewear. You move, they move, you're protected. For a free sample, call 1-877-GET-TENA. Serenity from TENA.
Avoid unwanted leftovers. The scrubbing power of Cascade meets the grease-fighting power of Dawn. So even sticky foods won't stick. Cascade 2-in-1 action packs.
Now, the Hall of Fame eye drop. New Clear Eyes, triple action relief. It gets redness, dryness, irritation out. A triple play. Wow, new triple action relief. 3-way relief. from Clear Eyes.
Cholesterol. It can come from fettuccine Alfredo, but also from your grandpa Alfredo, from barbecue ribs, and from your Aunt Barbie. A healthy diet is important. When that's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Cholesterol comes from two sources, food and family. Vytorin treats two sources. Only Vytorin helps block the absorption of cholesterol from food and reduces the cholesterol your body makes naturally based on family history. Vytorin was also proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Unexplained muscle pain or weakness could be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Vytorin may interact with other medicines or certain foods, increasing your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. So eat right, stay active. But if that's not enough, ask your doctor about adding Vytorin. Two sources of cholesterol. Treat them both with Vytorin.
He's a master thief.
I am the best.
Who stole millions from homes like this, with the owners inside. How? Find out tonight on 60 Minutes.
This week, divorce, it can hit like a ton of bricks, then make you mad. Finally, the weight is lifted, but what to do now? How to recover from happily hitched to suddenly single on The Early Show.
In Iraq, Saddam Hussein was hospitalized today after a 17-day hunger strike to demand better security for his lawyers. He is now being fed with a tube. In the meantime, another U.S. soldier was killed in action as the daily deadly bombings continued unabated. As we hear from Mark Strassman.
Iraqis keep killing Iraqis, and nothing seems able to stop it. In Kirkuk, a car bomb killed 20 people and injured 150 others. In a crowded Baghdad market, a suicide bomber detonated a minivan. 34 people were killed, scores more wounded. Almost 60,000 Iraqi and American soldiers began patrolling Baghdad's streets last month. But since then, the number of attacks and killings has actually gone up. Lieutenant General Peter Corelli is America's second in command in Iraq, and he says protecting Baghdad civilians is now a worse problem than fighting insurgents.
We've got to find a way to provide more security to more people in Baghdad than we currently are.
And what is the solution then? More troops?
I think right now we've got to get additional patrols on the street.
With 6,000 Iraqis killed in just the last 2 months, Iraqi Prime Minister Maliki heads to Washington this week. President Bush is expected to announce even more U.S. troops already in Iraq will be repositioned to Baghdad to try to stop the bloodletting. But redeploying those U.S. soldiers to Baghdad may come at a political cost to the White House. It probably means the first U.S. troops won't be coming home for good after all by the end of this year. And yet more troops alone won't solve this crisis. Overnight, U.S. soldiers raided a Baghdad home of suspected terrorists. In the same neighborhood just hours later was today's deadly market attack.
We have to offer economic opportunity. We've got to give the people something else to do than to join militias in order to support their families.
While families frightened by the militias now let their children play outdoors, but only on the roof. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Baghdad.
We're going to change directions now and tell you about some doings in the world of sports. An American has won the Tour de France for the 8th year in a row. Despite a bad hip, 30-year-old Floyd Landis cruised into Paris today to win the title that Lance Armstrong held for 7 years. Landis plans to have hip replacement surgery come this fall. And an emotional Tiger Woods, whose father died 2 months ago, won the British Open today for the 3rd time. It was also the defending champion's 11th major title as a professional. Up next on tonight's CBS Evening News, she has been called a star, but she's facing mighty hurdles ahead. You'll meet her next.
With 3,800 students and a staff of 200, Carol is a formidable woman. But she was no match for something smaller than the point of a pencil. It knocked her out so fast she didn't know what hit her. It was a clot. Like Carol, if you've been hospitalized with heart-related chest pain or a certain type of heart attack, what doctors call ACS, chances are you've had a clot. But now Carol's doctor is helping increase Carol's protection against heart attack and stroke by putting her on Plavix. Plavix, in combination with aspirin and other heart medicines, helps provide greater protection against heart attack and stroke than aspirin and other heart medicines alone by helping keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you shouldn't use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase. To minimize this risk, talk to your doctor before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur.
Ask your doctor about Plavix today, because no matter how formidable you are, you're no match for a dangerous clot.
Terracotta.
Stone. Bermuda.
York's new Affinity Series air conditioning systems are sleek, quiet, and efficient.
Jet black.
And they come in a choice of colors that are as distinctive as you are.
Champagne.
Because people like color. The new beautiful Affinity Series from York.
No sweat.
When you sweat, mosquitoes just can't resist you. But Off Active is sweat resistant. It gives you proven off protection when you sweat. Protection against mosquitoes that may carry the West Nile virus. Sweat resistant Off Active keeps bugs off, even when you sweat. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Like the leading mouthwash, Crest Pro Health Oral Rinse kills 99% of common germs that can cause bad breath, plaque, and gingivitis, giving you the mouthwash benefits that dentists recommend most, but without the burn of alcohol. Kills germs without the burn.
Now, the Hall of Fame eye drop. New Clear Eyes, triple action relief. It gets redness, dryness, irritation out. A triple play. Wow, new triple action relief. Three-way relief from Clear Eyes.
When the Middle East erupted, CBS News was there.
As we were walking out of the shelter just now, we heard a rocket explode.
When attack followed attack,
Incoming Hezbollah rockets just landed moments ago.
the CBS News team took you into the hot zone. When you need to know, you need the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer.
The first woman ever to lead a major Christian denomination will be inaugurated this fall as the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church. But already many in her flock are threatening to quit over her election. Her climb to the top and what she plans to do are the focus of tonight's Sunday cover. If someone had told you 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when you first became a priest, that someday you would be the leader of your church, would you have believed them?
I would have thought it highly unlikely.
When Catherine Jeffords Schori was chosen to lead the 2.3 million Episcopalians in the United States, she knew she would be flying into a storm of controversy. But this part-time pilot, who flies a single-engine Cessna to the outlying parishes of her Nevada diocese, believes she'll be able to prevent a threatened huge split in her church. Bishop, what do you say to people who don't think that the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church should condone homosexuality and same-sex marriage?
Well, my sense is that Jesus invited everybody to the table, to the great feast, and that for us to say that some people are not fit to come to that feast is not our task.
It was the ordination of women as priests which first angered a number of dioceses. They threatened to split from the main church when 3 years ago an openly gay priest was elected as Bishop of New Hampshire. Since your election, a number of dioceses have come out and have been critical. This one from a leader in Springfield, Illinois. He thinks the Episcopal Church is in meltdown. The lowest ebb of our beloved and beleaguered church since perhaps the Civil War, if not the American Revolution. When you hear stuff like that, what goes through your head?
It's predictable. People who've been unhappy at the course of the church's direction over the last couple of decades. This is another piece that may offend some. It tells them that change is happening, whether they are interested in that change or not.
The Episcopal Church is part of the worldwide Anglican community, but many Anglicans overseas feel Episcopalians in America have gone too far down the liberal road. Do you care what other Anglican churches think?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think our most recent General Convention was very clear about the fact that we are very concerned about our membership in the Anglican Communion and our relationships with other parts of the Anglican Communion.
How much of this opposition do you think is coming from the fact that you're a woman?
I think that's a significant piece of it. I think a number of the changes in attitude in the church over the last century have offended old ways of understanding who should be in charge. Is it a white male who will rule in the church, or is it not?
You're a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
What is so special to you about being up on that airplane in the pilot seat?
There's a wonderful poem that was written in the Second World War by a fellow named McGee that's called High Flight. And he talks about the experience of being aloft as religious, spiritual encounter. And there's certainly an element of that. It gives one a very different perspective on the world. It gives one a larger view.
When we were waiting for you outside, someone walked by and we told them what we were doing here, and they said, "Oh, she's a star."
Oh, help.
How are you dealing with that part of this?
I'm a human being. I am simply doing what I've been called to do.
The applause must come as a welcome sound for Bishop Jeffrey Chiori, but she acknowledges many battles lie ahead. At the end of your term in 9 years, how will you measure your success?
Well, I would hope to see a church that is less focused on internal division and far more focused on changing the world around us, transforming the communities in which we live.
And that's the CBS Evening News. Later on CBS, 60 Minutes, cat burglars who prey on the very rich. Tomorrow on The Early Show, an interview with Tour de France winner Floyd Landis. Thanks for joining us this Sunday evening. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News in New York. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on cbsnews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Walmart and Sam's Club pharmacies accept all Medicare prescription drug plans. And at the Walmart price, you get a great value for your prescription dollars. Experience CBS News.
Dear Dr. Z, are Dodge trucks more than just Hemis? The new Dodge Ram has a new frame for improved ride and handling, and Dodge Durango has an electronic stability program, a technology we invented. What would you expect from the world's largest producer of commercial vehicles?
Cut! You forgot Hemi with fuel-saving MDS.
Sorry.
Actors.
It's back. Employee pricing plus up to $3,500 cash allowance. Get our employee price on most 2006 Dodge vehicles.
An enticing mix of relaxed attitude and cosmopolitan living. Introducing Northwind at Columbia Shores. Extraordinary townhome condominiums nestled on the river's edge in Vancouver. Discover elegant 2- and 3-bedroom homes that combine comfort and convenience with all the amenities you'd want in a luxury community, but priced far less than you'd expect. Northwind at Columbia Shores, for the lifestyle you were meant to live.
Tonight's programming on KOIN News 6 is brought to you by Home Video Library.